The Royal Ghost is in town, and we are seeing so many triples with this OP strategy. Is it a completely broken and ridiculous troop? Yes, but we're going to show you how to triple with it. Welcome back to the Clash Tips YouTube channel. The Royal Ghost, the most absolutely ridiculous and overpowered troop in all of Clash of Clans, and we have been using it to great effect in our war attacks. One of the most awesome things about the Royal Ghost, though, is the sound it makes. And if you are a player who does not play with the sound on, then I encourage you to turn on the sound for the Royal Ghost. It goes something like, ooh, and then when he dies, he goes, ooh. Hey, maybe Clash of Clans will hire me to be the next troop sound generator. Ooh, that would be amazing. Clash Tips sound generator. But if you want to use this OP troop, the goal is to take out as much splash damage as possible. And because the ghost goes through walls and is invisible for like 69 seconds, he can take out pretty much anything that you want, which is absolutely amazing. So steps on this attack. If you're going to do the Royal Ghost attack, then you want to make sure that you spread your Royal Ghost around so that way they take out as much trash buildings as possible. Number two, you want to focus on any splash generating defense. So multi-target infernos, of course, wizard towers, of course, scatter shots, of course, and the town hall, of course. So typically that's step number 3, is you want to take down the town hall before you do step number 4, which is your Zero Hero, Sui Hero entry into a portion of the base that has lots of splash damage. We're going to go into a bit more detail on how to take the Town Hall down most effectively with your Royal Ghost, but for now, let's just enjoy Trample's amazing Royal Ghost attack on this OP, nearly maxed Town Hall 15 base. Absolutely beautiful trample damage. Now on to the next attack. And the next scary attack is being done by Venom. Of course, number 1, you spread the ghost around. This is super boring, so we're actually doing this in ×2. But again, clear the trash buildings around those defenses that are splash generating. And Venom is actually focusing in on the Town Hall because step number 2, after you start to focus in on those splash generating defenses, is you want to make sure that the Town Hall gets down, because bats, which is your backup on this attack, will not be able to take down the Town Hall, at least not on their own. I love how he did a Coco Ghost. I just love that. Coco Ghost. Sent in a Coco Ghost on that Town Hall, and then after you send in the Coco Ghost, you want to send in 3 ghosts. 3 ghosts will typically take it. So number 1, trash buildings. Number 2, Town Hall. Number 3, focus on splash. Number 4, you want to send in your Sui Heroes, typically paired with a log launcher. Now, we did see in the last attack where trample damage actually used the new battle drill, Mr. Fancy Pants using the battle drill, but you want to send in the log launcher because it opens up the base, so that way your heroes can go in, and then once your king hits his ability and all those barbs come out, that's when you want to hit your Warden's Tome, that way your king can take out a ton of defenses. Now, Venom brought in his kill squad from that side because there was the Eagle there, which you have to get down whenever you're using bats. There was a multi-inferno tower. There was a wizard tower. Lots of other fancy defenses that he had to make sure that he got down. He's bringing in his royal champion from the side, mainly to target that multi-target inferno and also that wizard tower, starting his bats at 9 o'clock, froze that scatter shot, that way it could not take out his bats. Now at this point, the only splash generating defense was that wizard tower, and he has a ton of freezes. In fact, he can swag these if he wants. But another beautiful attack using the Royal Ghost bat strategy. Attack number 3 is done by Pat with the good guys. Of course, Pat's a new member. He's, of course, tearing it up. But you want to do the same thing. You want to spread out your Royal Ghost around the base, taking care of the trash. That way you can focus on one single area that you can bring your kill squad in with a log launcher and your Sui Heroes. Step number 2, of course, is going to be focusing on getting as much splash defenses down as possible. Step number 3 is going to be getting down the Town Hall. I love this right here. He sent in the 3 Royal Ghosts to make sure that that Town Hall went down. There were a couple battle builders that were on that Town Hall. To make sure that it went down, he wanted to bring in those 3 Royal Ghosts, and typically, especially if the Town Hall is on the side like that, then it will go down with 3 Royal Ghosts. Next step, he brings in his kill squad with the log launcher to make sure that that eagle goes down, because again, super important to get the eagle down whenever you're bringing in your bats. And then of course also those logs are going to completely damage and destroy that inferno tower that's right there in the middle. Make sure you pair the Warden's Tome ability with the king, so when the king goes off, that's when you want to make sure that you hit the Warden's Tome. That way the king and all of those barbs that come out can get the most damage with his ability. Also make sure that as many barbs come out as possible. And I love how these hogs, they just kind of go nowhere. I saw that and I just kind of laughed. Now he's going to bring in his bats from the side here. The only two splash forming defenses, splash generating defenses, are going to be these scatter shots, which of course he froze up the first one. There's this backside one. He's going to freeze it up right now. And I love how that monolith can do absolutely nothing against those bats. I mean, there are 50 million bats, and that monolith is just taking one hit at a time every second, destroying one bat. Now, after the bats destroy these defenses, I love how they go after this archer tower right here. Boing. That makes me laugh every time I see that. Every time I watch this replay in preparation for this video, I laughed every time I saw the bats just completely demolish that queen. But beautiful attack by Pat. Now, attack number 4, we're going to go over the steps again. This attack, of course, is by Seaman, and Seaman had to prove that he's more OP than all of us. Again, step number 1, you're going to spread your Royal Ghost around, taking out all the splash defenses. Step number 2, you're going to be focusing on getting down as much splash defense as possible. Typically, step number 3 is going to be you want to take down the town hall. This is a centralized town hall. A centralized town hall. So this proves that you can do this attack even with a centralized town hall. Now, the last thing that Seaman has to get down essentially is those inferno towers. I love how those Royal Ghosts just kind of went boing off into the distance. But of course he has plenty of Royal Ghosts in order to take down those multi-inferno towers, which are devastating to bats. After this, he's just funneling at this point for his Sui hero entry. And again, it's done the exact same way. Put down your king, put down your queen, put down your grand warden, put down the log launcher. And again, watch how as soon as that king hits his ability, he's being pummeled by that monolith. But as soon as the king hits his ability, he triggers that Warden Tome, and that king just goes through, tearing up everything in his path. That monolith, all they can say is, bye-bye. Now, at this point in the attack, I was a little bit worried because you have those pups, those poops. So the queen was going to be tied up with the pups. She was not going to be able to get up to town hall. So he went ahead and burned a few freezes on that town hall and on some of the defenses that are around the town hall, making sure that his queen can actually get up there and take down the town hall, and then sends in his bats at 9 o'clock. And at this point, the only splash defense that's left on the base, other than the eagle, because if that eagle targets those bats, it's game over for those bats. But the last splash defense that's left is that scatter shot, and the scatter shot's trying to figure out if it wants to shoot those bats or not. But he has multiple freezes, that way he can take that scatter shot down, and this base has been tripled. So Royal Ghost, definitely an OP attack. We're only having it for a couple weeks. Make sure that you use it. If this video was helpful, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys next video.